What an honour to being here today and then looking around the crowd and seeing this big guy's face. He was one of my heroes watching NRL or ARL as it was called a few generations back. But we're with none other than Josh Stuart. Josh, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How you been?
Yeah, really good, bro. Tell us what you're doing these days. Name of your company and what you're doing.
I work with Dual Finance, which is part of the Specialist Finance Group. I've been a mortgage broker for 17 years.
So that's a lot.
Yeah, but I do work for myself and just use these guys' license. But it's been good. It's been good 17 years.
So did you do both at once, footy and broking?
No. I finished up playing in 2001 at the Northern Eagles, and then 2005 I started broking.
So what made you get into mortgage broking?
Initially, I was just looking at buying a franchise, getting into a business, and I heard about a couple of old players, Darren Senna, and that they had a Wizard franchise. And that
Shane Walker?
Shane Walker, yeah, they were together, I think. So I looked at that. Joel Kane was in the industry.
That's right.
So I was just keen to do something that I can work for myself, basically.
You're not going to follow Joel Kane from finance to betting and gambling, are you?
I do enough betting as it is without bloody using Joel Kane's advice. But
Any winners?
yeah, occasionally, but not often enough. It's always a loan as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, but it's been a great 16 years so far.
What's your favourite part of what you do?
Oh, look, I just like seeing people and helping people. I think that's a big part of our industry is helping people. And look, I've made that many people millionaires, obviously with this property market going crazy. And people that, have been battlers, have set them a plan and you go out and achieve that plan. And I think most of them are more than happy, and it's always a good result.
Now, you were at the top of your game in the sporting career. Has there been any mindset or attitudes that you've brought with you from your sporting professional career into this mortgage broking business?
Yeah, look, most of it's just about getting the job done, and obviously with football, you work in a team. So I relate that to finance, and like I'm not the best at everything in finance. I'm far from it, but my connections, I bring the people in. I understand finance, but if it comes to sometimes reading financials, I get someone else that's better and enjoys it to do that.
Do you know someone that enjoys reading financials?
I do. I can't believe it. It baffles me, but they like that sort of stuff, and if that's what they like doing, well, if it's strengthening my business, you guys do that, and I'll stick to what I'm good at. We'll go from there. So I do find it's very team orientated, and the people that are team players generally succeed.
Well said. Who are three of your favourite lenders you use and why?
At the moment, because of the market, I've been writing a few low-doc loans, and that's with Tradies Finance and Better Choice. They've been really good to me lately.
You know Roscoe Lawrenson down there?
Yeah, I do. I know Roscoe's. We actually just bought a horse together. It's only a small percentage, but yeah.
Fast one?
Oh, I hope so. It's only a yearling at the moment, but
Is Fred Allen in on that?
I'm not too sure. There's, I think it's only 5%, but Dave Francis is in on it. So, but,
With owning a horse, they get your direct debit, and it's like a trail.
I understand that. I've owned horses before, but this time it's only a real small percentage, so it should be a bit of fun. You obviously need distractions away from the working life, and I reckon that's a great distraction to have because you're out there at the races watching it win, hopefully. So see what happens.
So is it just an excuse to go to the races?
Oh, look, it's an excuse to have a beer and a bet, to be honest. That's one of my favourite pastimes. Coming from the sporting industry, that's what we did after you win or a loss, and that you either drown your sorrows or celebrate. So it's been around a while.
Now, it's rare we get someone that's succeeded at two sort of businesses. Who in your former life as a sportsman and who in your new industry, name two people that have inspired you in both industries.
In both industries. So,
one in the footies. This should be special.
Yeah. So, now my nephew's Nathan Cleary. So in rugby league, he inspires me now. just to seeing what he's achieving at such a young age, and he's not the most skillful player in the world, but geez, he works hard at it. So like he's got a good work ethic, and I think you need that in both industries. In this industry now, the blokes that put me on, Dave Francis and Gary Gann, who are dual finance guys, I look up to them because they've been there, done that. They understand everything that I'm going through. If I have some rough patches, but I look up to those guys because they're successful as well.
Nice. You've got the same jawline as. How are you related to him?
It's my sister's son.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So,
what's his dad like?
but he's very. It's like he's stuck in fifth gear the whole time. He just cruises. He's unbelievable, but
Does he like a punt and a beer?
No, he's not a punter. Not a punter, but
Saver?
no, he honestly doesn't. He's very. He's a family orientated bloke. He's, as I say, he's laid back. But he's obviously got some sort of tonic out there that has made these guys. They're just getting better and better, you know. So that'll be hard to beat.
Now we're going to go deep, okay?
Yeah.
And I think you can guess the answer to this one. You're down to your last $10. What are you going to do with it?
Hopefully back the horse that me and Rossi and they just bought, and the thing wins and turn into something big. But all good.
Now they're going to write a song about you.
Yeah.
One, who's going to sing it? And two, what is it going to be called?
Oh mate, it'd have to be the old favourite. I did it my way because I do it. I say what I think and I do what I do. And who's going to sing it? I don't know. One of those good sorts, maybe Lady Gaga. Who knows?
And lastly, which one do we go? You can have alive or deceased. You can have 3 people to dinner.
Yep.
Who are you going to have?
I'd love to have dinner with Clint Eastwood, Elvis, and one out of the ordinary, Trumpy.
Why Trump? What do you like? What do you like about
There's
it?
something that's just, I don't know, brings me close to, I don't know, he's just bizarre. He's a bizarre human being, and he's a freak, like, for what he's done. And I'm like, I want to go into politics. So he just goes, becomes the president of the biggest country in the world. It's mental. I just think he'd be very interesting to talk to.
Now you've had a colourful life. At the end of it, what would you say you're really, truly grateful for?
Look, I started investing young. So one of the blokes I was grateful for then was John MacArthur, who was a teammate of mine, and he said, mate, just put yourself in debt while you're young. So
You followed that advice?
yeah. So when I was playing footy, unlike a lot of blokes that was just blowing their money, I put money into property and that. And then after footy, I sold all those properties to buy a house, and then
And a horse?
what's that? And a couple of horses. But since then, like, it's always been about putting money into property, and that's advice from an older footballer. Saying, mate, do this early and young because it'll pay off long term. My parents weren't property people; they weren't investing people. So I'm one of 6 kids, so it's one of those things that whether they could afford it or not is another thing. So, but just advice like that was good, and we're all on our own journey. We've got to live life like it's every day's the last. So that's what I do.
Well, Josh, I didn't actually know you, but it's been an absolute pleasure to hear your story, and thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
No worries.